Okay, I think it is recording. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is basically our October through December kickoff call. I want to talk about it because, as you guys know, as I talked about earlier today, it's the last 90 days of the year. It is the last quarter. For those of you paying quarterly taxes, make sure you paid your third quarter taxes. Not my favorite thing to do, but this is the time in our business, as I've talked so much about in the past, and I know a lot of other leaders talk about this too. This is the time in our business where everything you do right now is going to impact what happens in your 2019. So if you want to have a huge 2019, if you have big goals, big rank goals, or if you want to be an elite coach or a premier coach or whatever, if you have those big goals for 2019, what you do right now is going to set you up for that. So I'm not going to get into how all of that is determined and how you get points and all of that, but what you do now matters a lot. So if you have big 2019 goals, this is the time you really want to work your business, because as you know, or if you don't know, then now you will, what we do today doesn't pay off today generally. It pays off in November and December and January. There's a 2 to 3 month lag. So sometimes you'll have people immediately want to jump in with you. They love what you have to say. They've been following you for a long time, whatever, and it just works out timing wise. But the vast majority of people, it just takes time. So they want to watch you after you've planted that seed. They want to watch you for a bit, make sure that you're credible, make sure you're trustworthy, make sure you can get them to where they want to go, make sure that they feel like it's their time, that they're actually going to follow through. Because as you also probably know, if people don't jump in with you, usually it's because they don't have the belief in themselves. So they are not confident that they're going to complete the program. They think they're going to fail yet again. And so 95% of the time, if you get an objection, that's what really is at the core of that objection. So what you do now matters a lot. And we still have time to hit our goals for this year. I don't want you to just go, 2019, I'll work on it in January or whatever. Like, you still have time. 3 months is a lot of time to reach your goals and to turn it around. You can hit diamond in less than 90 days. You can hit, even if you're a brand new coach, you can hit 2-star from diamond. I mean, you can hit big goals in 90 days. So I don't want you to just decide that you're just going to wait, because that's just going to prolong your success, right? So we want you really to push now. It's just like I was talking about this morning, an analogy of the staircase. If your goal is the 20th floor of the stairs and you're on the 10th, you don't want to just chuck it in the last quarter of the year and end up in the basement, right? Even if you're not where you'd like to have been when you started 2018, you're still a heck of a lot farther. So just claw your way up and keep progressing. The main thing that I want you to take away is just don't stop. It's so hard to regain motivation after you stop. So even if you're going slowly, just don't stop. Just keep going. Even if it's 1 floor or 2 floors, and it takes you longer, that's okay. Just don't stop. So we have some big things ahead of us for the rest of the year. Shift Shop, as you know, or you should know, launched today, the relaunch of Shift Shop. And even if you did it before, it's really, really important that you do it again. Even if you're like, I didn't really love it, so I'm not going to do it this time. I get it. I totally get it. But you guys are on this call because you want a business. You want to make this a business. You want this to be something that's income producing. If you don't do the program, guess how many Shift Shop Challenge packs you're going to sell? 0. Guess how many people in your downline are going to be excited about it? 0, right? That's just the way this works. So it's really important. We have 4 opportunities generally speaking, we have 4 opportunities in our business a year to really take off with these launches. Launches are huge, huge, huge. I cannot overstate it. Like, they're huge for your business. there are 2 cycles for every launch. It's when it initially launches, and that's the biggest one. And then after you've gone through once, and maybe you're going to do a round 2, that's the second launch. That's the second cycle, rather. The first cycle, when it first launches, you cannot match the energy and the excitement of that. The October 22nd date is a big one. If you don't have that written down, you need to write it down. You need to plan on being part of Chris's test group on October 22nd. Guys, it's a 3-week program. You can do something for 3 weeks. Even if you're like, well, I was thinking about doing, UV2 or whatever. Like, you can do this for 3 weeks. Even if you have to modify every single move. It's important that you feed off the energy of Chris and all the people in the group, and you do it like it is your first time, but do it like it's your job. You want to treat it like you are an actor getting paid, where you have to look really amazing in a swimsuit, right? Or really amazing wearing whatever. You need to approach it like that, because it is our job, right? Our bodies are our billboards. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but we have to show people that these programs work. Otherwise, why are they going to buy them? Okay, so you are the connection. You have to make sure that you are doing your part and getting results. But the excitement of a very first test group and starting on the same day that the trainers start and all of that, there's really no substitute for that. So I strongly encourage you all to plan on doing the October 22nd test group. You can buy a package yourself or sell a package to get in the test group. You can sell a completion pack or a challenge pack. Shift Shop, they're $20 off right now. That makes them $160, which is the same price as regular Beachbody On Demand, annual Beachbody On Demand challenge pack with Shakeology or Performance Line. So that's also $160. So why not just have people get Shift Shop one, and then they have the markers and the program calendar and all that goes with it, the collateral. So I highly encourage you to do that and to do it yourself. If you're going to do it yourself, you don't have to buy a challenge pack or completion pack. You can get just the markers or whatever if you don't plan on selling it. But I encourage you just to sell it. If you don't, I already have the markers from last time when I did it, but I encourage you just to sell a package and leverage the opportunity, because it's an opportunity for coaches. So if you're talking to somebody who's interested, you guys know how magical Chris is. He is just absolutely amazing with personal development stuff, and he really can speak to you. Could you guys mute your line? That you're in that group with Chris, and that your new coaches are in that group with Chris, because there's things that I could say something and he could say it, and it just is going to speak to you more from him, right? Like, he just has a way of speaking to you. And so I really encourage you to leverage the coach opportunity there for October 22nd. And I really, really believe in my soul that you're missing out if you let it pass you by. Because like I said before, maybe you can sell a bunch of challenge packs without that, or maybe you can, be successful on your own retail wise without that, but your team needs it. So you need to think about the people in your downline and your team, and look at it from a business perspective. Like I said, it's 3 weeks. You can do it for 3 weeks. But what that will lead to from there is Transform 20, which I'm just a little bit excited about. And that is Shaun T, obviously. Now that program is going on sale on December 4th. Write that down. December 4th. You're going to need to know that. Early access for that program begins January 8th. So when you're figuring out your schedule, and I'm going to give you mine so you kind of know what I'm doing, you can either copy that or figure out your own. But January 8th is early access starts, and then I believe it's April 1st for everybody else on BOD. So you guys, people come out of the Everliving woodwork for Shaun T. I mean, I do. I for sure do. I love him, and he's my favorite trainer. He's my soulmate trainer. Everybody who knows me knows that. And my market is the same, because I just really love Shaun T, and I love the intense workouts, and he speaks my language, and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so December 4th. So what does that mean to you? That means that all of December is going to be spent on Transform 20. Okay, all of December. They're going to be preview workouts. We're going to have a hybrid calendar where we're getting ready, doing maybe some IM30 workouts and some possibly some Sean Week workouts, and he'll have some preview stuff going on. But that starts January 8th. So on December 4th, you want your people ready to go, ready to order. We will do a preview group with it and all of that prior to that. So probably starting at the beginning of November. So I'm planning to spend most of my November and December gearing up for Transform 20 because I want to blow that out of the water. So that will take care of all your December and January points right there for sure. So I want you to always, when you're figuring out a marketing plan, and you always need to figure out a marketing plan, it's really important to look at the calendar, figure out what program you're going to do, when the launches are, figure out how you're going to get the most out of each launch, and capitalize on it. And so that's something that you have to be looking at. But December 4th, Transform 20 will be purchased. So I want my people ready to go on December the 4th. And then all of the rest of December, we will be getting ready for that. Like I said, I'll post a calendar that I'm going to follow. I'm sure Shanti will probably have a calendar as well. But that's really important. And just, again, 2 cycles. It's when it launches. So you want to be ready the day it launches, or the day it starts with Shanti. I'm sure there will be another exclusive test group with him. But when the trainer starts it, that's really when you want to start it, because that's when the most energy will be. You can talk about doing it the first time. You can do it a month later. Are you going to get the same excitement? No, not as much. You'll still get some excitement, but there's really no way to compare it to the very first time it launches, when you're doing it with the trainer for the very first time, with the big group of all the people experiencing it for the first time and doing it together. There's so much energy surrounding that. I mean, you guys know it in your challenge groups. The challenge groups where you're all doing one program from start to finish, and you all, like a launch, like when we did 80-day obsession from start to finish. I mean, how amazing was that energy, right? When you started that program, everybody did it together. Everybody experienced the soreness together. Everybody experienced, what are those things called? The dang one-arm things. I can't even think what they're called right now. But you know how it was. We all experienced the same pain of that move, and the same half Turkish get-ups. That's what they're called. I hate those things. But so anyway, anytime you have a new program, look for it the same way. Like when you go through it all together, there's just something extra there than when you're doing like a mixed group and everybody's kind of doing their own thing. So get on the bandwagon and do that. Now, a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Let me make sure I covered all of this. Oh, as of right now, as of today, I'm going to post in our little Make the Shift group the free workout. It was posted today, available as of today for Shift Shop. And then there are 2 prep workouts that are only 15 minutes each that are available as soon as somebody purchases. So the free workout obviously is available in front of the paywall, so anybody can do that one. And it's the banner right now. If people go to the banner, they can click on that on BOD without logging in and try a Shift Shop workout. But as soon as they purchase their package, they will be able to do the 2 prep workouts that are 15 minutes each. I posted a calendar in Arete that I like, a weekly calendar of workouts they can do. Since it's only 15, I combined them, 15 minutes that is. And I love the fact about Shift Shop, people will be asking you this, that Chris specifically said you can do any meal plan. So I have a lot of customers doing 2B Mindset. And I love that he embraces that plan, and people will be comfortable either using the containers or doing that or following his meal plan and still getting good results. So that's really exciting too. By the way, also write this down, October 10th, he is on our team call. So that's not our regularly scheduled team call. He was not available on the 14th, which would be our normal call. So he is doing it the 10th. I think that's a Wednesday. He's going to do it the 10th, and I believe it's at 7 o'clock. It's on the calendar in Arete that I posted, but I don't remember specifically without looking at it. But it is 7 p.m. Central on the 10th, and that'll be amazing too. So we're excited to have him on our team call on the 10th. So that replaces our call that's the 3rd week, our normal 3rd week of the month call on Monday. That we're not going to have that call. Instead, we're doing October the 10th. Okay, so write that down and make sure you're on that call, and listen to the National Wake Up Call also if you have not done that. Lots of good stuff there. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was how to get more people, how to grow your market. So Instagram obviously is kind of the place to be right now, and I hope you guys are all there, and I hope you guys are starting conversations there and figuring that out. There's so many good resources there, trainings. Really, it's an untapped market largely. So I hope you guys are doing that. But another way that I really love right now is free communities. So if you have not done this, one more really quickly. I wanted to talk about the Diamond Cash promo. Make sure that if you didn't see Coach Breaking News, sorry, I just saw the note that I had to myself and remembered. If you're a diamond or below, you can get $200 in cash by hitting Success Club the next 3 months of the year. It's spending money for Summit. So basically that would pay for, a huge chunk of your Summit expense if you go to Summit. It could be travel cash for your flight or, whatever, hotel. $200 if you hit Success Club October, November, December. So that's super cool. And for those success starters who earn their ticket, you're basically getting, your ticket plus the, $200, which is just amazing. So make sure that you know about that. Also, our Diamond Leadership Retreat is coming up at the end of January. And I'll give more details about that on our team page, but Success Club, you want to get on that for that as well. So just one of those little announcements out of the way. Okay, so back to free groups. So you've seen a lot of people on our team do free groups. There are tons of resources in our files about free groups. Lots of people are doing it to grow their market, but this is the thing about a free group. It doesn't generally go immediately. It doesn't generally help you sell challenge packs after the first free group. So it's a great way to grow your market, but it usually takes 3 to 4 free groups for a person to buy a challenge pack or to really go all in with your group. So what I'm liking these days is a free community. So I have been transforming my alumni page. I actually have 2 alumni pages, and I've had them for years and years and years. Gosh, since like 2012 or 13, like since I signed up. So, and one of them is really, really big. And I'm basically transforming that into my free groups. So what I'm doing is I haven't started yet, but this is my plan. I'm doing, because I've seen other coaches and talked with other coaches who have done it successfully, and so I'm going to do it. But so I'm transforming that into a free community where I have a free challenge once a month. It's probably just going to be 5 days each time, but I'm keeping that same group. So I can post in there, randomly to workouts, or other people can, or whatever. I might pop in there and go live sometimes, but I'm going to do one free group every month within that community. So I think that it's a wonderful way for new coaches to invite people to something because it's free. There's no pressure there. If somebody says no, okay, whatever, it's free. It's not like you're asking people to buy anything or you're nervous. It's literally free. And your focus in those free communities is just to add value. And you can do, like right now, a good idea would be like a cash for Christmas, or you could do, and figure out ways to help people save money based on, Dave Ramsey or whatever. Like, I think you should look at what's going on in your life and what you might need help with. So if you are trying to organize your kids' closets, maybe that's something you focus on in your free group, like decluttering or organizing, taking a room at a time, or a closet at a time, or a shelf at a time, or just ideas on how to do that. You could do an Instapot. That's sort of all the rage right now, right? Or an air fryer, those types of challenges for 5 days, or a crock pot challenge, which we've seen a bunch. You can do a Miracle Morning challenge with the book Miracle Morning. Just take things from there, or call it, Makeover Morning or whatever. Kids veggies, how to get your kids to eat veggies. Fall recipes, pumpkin, of course. Everybody, well, white people, I think, are obsessed with pumpkin, right? Is this just white people? I don't know. That's what I hear. People are like, oh, you're so basic. You just like, you're so white and basic with your pumpkin obsession. So maybe I am, I don't know. But I love pumpkin. But anyway, you could do pumpkin or whatever, fall recipes or just treats or, how to make over dessert or sides for Thanksgiving in November, things like that. Like those are just some ideas. But whatever you would be interested in, making over your kid's lunchbox, whatever is of interest to you personally, make it into a little free community, an ab group or, squats, you've seen those, or legs, or, you can do a specific body part and just do a quick little, couple of ways to work your legs each day or whatever, just short video tutorials. Be creative, but there are tons of resources available. If you don't see what you want, work with somebody else in our team, reach out to your upline, reach out to someone else and work on creating some content for a 5-day group. It doesn't have to be really involved. It's just a free group and a way for you to add value. And I like to do little prizes in all my groups because I just think it makes it more fun and people check in more when there are prizes at stake. But a great way to really grow your market is to say whoever invites the most people into this group, or whoever adds the most people into this group, gets a prize. So, you could offer that to your current customers, your current, the people who are already your alumni or whatever. So you can certainly do something like that. And that just grows your cold market into a warmer market, right? And then they can just stay in the group. You can say you can remove yourself if you're not interested in the kids' lunchbox makeover that we're doing this month or whatever, but people usually don't want to remove themselves. They just stay in. And so they keep seeing you and seeing your face and seeing you adding this value. And then eventually they will want to get the full experience of your group with the workouts and nutrition and all of that. So it's just a really good way to grow your market in a sort of no pressure, easy way. I recommend doing it the second week of the month. Well, it depends. It depends when you're starting your challenge group, but you don't want to do it back to back with a challenge group, like a free group one week and then the very next week your challenge group. Because if people do decide after your free group that they want to join your challenge group, they need to be able to order, obviously, and then actually start on time with your group. So it works well to do the first or second week, I think, of the month. Like let's say you do it the first week of the month and then you start your challenge group on the third week of the month. That works really well because you'll still hit Success Club in plenty of time before your challenge group. You have your free group at the beginning. So at the end of the month, you can be inviting to that. And then after your group starts, you can be inviting to, well, I invite to the coaching opportunity pretty much daily. And with Instagram stories, it's become really, really easy to do that. But anyway, that's something that has been working well for a lot of people. And I think it's a really great way, especially for newer coaches, to build a big market. The other thing I wanted to talk about, hold on, let me check and make sure I covered everything I wanted to. The other thing I wanted to talk about is just be social before your post and after your post. Really focus on, before you post something on Instagram or on Facebook, talk to people. Like go comment on people's posts, your prospects, the people you want to join you. Go comment on their posts, not just like, but comment on their post, or send them a message like, hey, how's it going? Whatever, just like a catch up kind of message. When you do that, they're like almost guaranteed to see your post, your call to action post. So make sure that you're just being social. Facebook rewards you for that. If you're being social with people, and I even include, I know people we're busy and we're like, oh, I don't have time for that. I just don't even look at my news feed or whatever. I just go in and do my thing. Well, I totally get that, but I would set aside 5 or 10 minutes a day just to go on Facebook and be social, because that's really how people see your content. It's not enough just to have good content. People are not really going to see it unless you are interacting with people. So obviously Messenger is first and foremost. The people you message with a lot are the ones who you're going to see their stuff the most. But after that, the commenting obviously is better than liking. The liking is, it's better than nothing. But take a few minutes before you post and after you post to interact with the people you want to see your posts. And when you do that, they will see then your call to action, which is big. And I so often, gosh, this year especially, so often, as soon as I am interacting with somebody, they send, and I'm not even thinking, I haven't even been thinking about it, but they'll send me a message almost immediately thereafter saying, I just saw your call to action. I think I want to join you. And like, I wasn't even talking to them about that or really even thinking about it, but they just saw my post and they were thinking about it or whatever, had been previously thinking about it, and it got them to move, to actually take action there. Okay, I'm just reading these comments. Yeah, it's a great way to move people over from Instagram if they have Facebook. I find that a lot of Instagrammers don't have Facebook, which is kind of annoying. I'm like, how are you going to join my team if you don't have Facebook? Okay, but anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Just be ready for Shift Shop. Be thinking about how you're going to work Transform 20 into that, what you're going to personally be doing. I, again, really recommend you doing Shift Shop from the 22nd of October through November 10th when it ends, and then maybe have a free group in there next, and then you can do either a round 2 of Shift Shop. You have time to do a round 2, which would still give you all of December to get ready for Transform 20. I keep wanting to call it something else, Transform 20. Or you could not do another round of Shift Shop and use that time to use November to start really hyping Transform 20 by doing Sean workouts. So I would do one of those 2 things. I would either do 2 rounds of Shift Shop, or I would do 1 round of Shift Shop and then do like our hybrid calendar of like I Am 30 and Sean Week, maybe even some original Insanity stuff. Probably not hip hop abs so much, but some of his other stuff would get you in. And you could also just add like you could take workouts from 80 Day Obsession and from Lift 4 and other things that are similar to, Shanti. Like, I don't know that much about Transform 20 yet because they have not been able to talk about it at all. I just know they use a little bench, and the test group members literally have not even been able to take sweaty selfies. So there's very little we know about it so far. But the idea is that you get workouts that are similar in style to prepare for the launch. And so when we get closer, I'll have a calendar set up and we can figure out what that looks like. But that's what I would plan on from here on out. And then again, Transform 20 will be your December and January. And that's it. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Anybody? Oh, I was going to tell you this too. What I like, if you do a free group, another way to do like a little add-on or whatever, I've been doing this for people who buy challenge packs for me, but I just like to send little, I guess it's my love language or something. I like to send little gifts to people in the mail, my customers. What you can do is send like a beach bar, and if you got pumpkin, I got a lot of pumpkin. What did I just do? Oh, I think I just upgraded my Zoom on accident, but it's okay. But anyway, you could do a pumpkin Shakeology with a beach bar and an Energize packet or something like that. And that's also really cool for you to sell. If you have people, if you do a free group, you could make it an option to buy a little success package and do like a cute little pumpkin fall looking bag with, or, bubble envelope with a few packets of Shakeology for the 5 days, like maybe some cafe latte with some pumpkin and a vegan vanilla or whatever. And then it's just kind of fallish with a beach bar and an Energize. You could sell it for, I don't know, $20 and do, well, it'd be more than that if you did 5 packets. but you could just figure out whatever cost it was and sell those as well. But I find that, I don't know, people really like to sample all those things. And what I've been doing too is if somebody buys Shakeology in a challenge pack, then I send them Energize. I've told you guys that before. I send them Energize in a Beach Bar sometimes. And if they buy, Daily Sunshine would be good to include in that thing too, for if they have kids. But I also, if they have been buying the Performance line, then I often will send them Hydrate, because that's generally what people want next. And I really like Hydrate a lot. It's such a great product. But so that's something you can be doing too. I mean, you just always need to be thinking about ways you can get what we have to offer into people's hands so they can try it. Because I really feel like with the Performance line in particular, if people try it, they're going to buy it. It's like you get hooked pretty easily. It's such good quality stuff and it works. So think about that. But with your free groups, you can do a little survival kit or success kit or whatever you want to call it that is optional for your customers to buy. I have a lot of pumpkin. If anybody needs pumpkin, I bought a bunch because I really love it. Oh my gosh, it's so good too. Have y'all had it? It's so good. So good. Yeah, I've been doing Energize and Beach Bars also. Yeah, Jody has pumpkin, and I don't even think she loves pumpkin, but oh my gosh, I love it. I'll drink every single one myself, not even kidding. I have like quite a few 5-box. Let's see, how many did I end up with? 25 boxes, I think, is what I have. A lot. And I would drink all of it. Okay. I don't want to keep you guys just to keep you if you don't have any questions or anything. Yeah, I know. I love pumpkin. I really, really love it. It's so good. And I just mix it with water and ice, and I love it that much. So good. Okay. There's nothing else. I'm going to jump off, but I want you to think about the end of the year and pushing and how you can still reach your goals 100%. You can still get there this year. There's really no need to wait until next year. That just sets us up for failure. Just like when workouts, like when people say they're going to wait till Monday, or going to wait till a new month, or wait till a new year. Same thing. Like, why? Why are you just delaying it? You're delaying the results, right? All right, so let's get it done. You guys have an awesome rest of the day. I'm like waving and talking to you guys like you can see me. I need sleep, I guess. Y'all have a good night.